If I was sitting my exams again this year, then this is everything that I do from today to get those top grades. Take inspiration from my study routine and take my top pieces of advice so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Number one, understand that exams are close, but you still have plenty of time to turn things around. Is it too late to revise? No, it's never too late. As in, like, the hour before the exam, that's not too late. I got a grade 9 in history and there was topics that I didn't cover until the day before the exam. So the first thing that I would do is I would go over my specification, which is a document outlining everything that you need to know for your exam, and this can be found on the exam board's website. Go onto a search engine and search your exam board and your level. I would go over it, understand what I needed to know for each exam. So like, what themes are on paper 1, what themes are on paper 2. And I would go through this and rag checklist it. And in red would be those topics that I had never seen before or I was really not confident with, that I essentially needed to relearn. Amber, I'm a bit shaky, but I recognise it, I just need a recap. Green, I'm perfectly content. And then, you guessed it, we're starting with revision of the red topic. But I would not go straight into exam questions. At this stage, I'm basically trying to relearn it. There's a reason it's in red. It's A, I've never seen it before, or B, I just really struggle with it. And my best piece of advice is to go and watch a YouTube video on it. Or go to your teacher and ask them to explain it. Have this content delivered to you in some way. You need to absorb it. Depending on the type of learner you are, maybe this could be through reading a textbook, if you're a read-write learner, or listening to some notes or a lecture. But I personally found that YouTube was the best resource. And then from this, I would be writing down notes. Key things that I needed to understand in a condensed format. Actively taking notes. Asking questions as the video was playing, and then trying to find them on the internet alongside the video. And then naturally this takes longer. Then once you've done that, then you go into practice paper questions. Amber topic. I would actually recommend starting this with some active recall. There's a reason it's not in red. It's because you know some of it. Blurt down everything that you know. Maybe do a deck of flashcards if you prefer that. And then naturally, if you're not very confident, there'll be some flashcards that you just don't get. This is great if you have your own flashcards, but if not, you can find a set for specific specification points on Quizlet, on Anki, or use Gizmo. And then basically you've identified the gaps in your knowledge from doing this active recall. You could even start with a practice paper. But what I would recommend there is essentially repeat what you did for your red topics, but just for very specific things within your amber. So this will take less time. And then just absolutely plow through practice paper questions. Your priority needs to be on your red topic, then moving on to amber. And then finally, when you're happy with it, green. I recommend with green, again, starting with active recall, and one that I found really great closer to exam is SQ4R. If you don't know what any of these revision techniques are, check the playlist. I've explained every single one of them and given you examples to help you improve the effectiveness of your revision. I've also written them down in a document, check the link in my bio. If you found this video helpful, be sure to save it for later, comment to stay on study tips, and follow for more daily study tips.